Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Eastside Hockey Manager with the Boston Bruins. Excuse me, I'm eating my kids' Halloween candy. All right, yeah, we are ready to go with the start of season 3, and it was a busy off season for your Boston Bruins. So let's take a look at the deals we made first, I guess. Let's go all the way back to June. So these are the deals we made leading up to the draft. No trades here in July. You can see Alex Newhook traded to the Blackhawks for the rights to Jan Nekuzi. The rights to Jesse Puljujarvi sent to the Kings for Tyler Madden, and the rights to Andre Lee. And then we got involved. A lot of players were being put on the block due to financial issues. You can see Casey Middlestad traded from Buffalo to Ottawa for a young player and a couple of draft picks. We picked up Capo Caco and Robbie Fabry in the offseason from two teams that were up against it cap-wise. Made a deal with the Rangers. We sent them Logan Stanley and Oscar Jelvik. It's a 21-year-old two-star overall forward. And in exchange, we get the 23-year-old Caco, who looks pretty darn good. The results haven't necessarily been. There are only 9 goals last season, 15 the year before that, but he's still young, and our scouts love him. 5 stars for all 3 scouts. And then the other deal we made with Detroit was for Robbie Fabry. We gave up Jake Schmalz, 23-year-old at this point, as well as Georgi Merkulov, 23-year-old. So a couple of 23-year-olds go to Detroit in exchange for Robbie Fabry. Fabry's in the last year of his contract. He's 28 years old. Gives us a ton more depth. Our forward lines are just absolutely stacked, guys. I'll show you here in a couple of minutes. So we made those 2 deals. A couple more deals in September as we were kind of up against it from a financial situation after making those deals. So we moved Damir Zavaryov, who we had picked up in the offseason, just for the rights to a 29-year-old goalie, just to get the contract off our books. We traded Matthias Manti-Kivi, a 23-year-old forward a slow 23-year-old forward, for a 3rd and a 4th round pick from Philadelphia. We traded Brett Harrison, 21-year-old potential 3-star, to Montreal for a 2nd and a 4th. And then the big one, and this was the one that I was a little mad about, but I still feel like we upgraded from Monahan to Fabry. So we traded Sean Monahan to Montreal, and he was pretty good in his 1 year with us. 33 points in 82 games, a 6.6 rating. I mean, or 6.6 rating. Wasn't great. He was okay. In exchange for a 2nd next year and a 3rd this year. So we trade Manti-Kivi, Harrison, and Monahan for a 2nd this year, a 2nd next year, a 3rd this year, a 3rd next year, a 4th this year, and a 4th next year. So 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths for Manti-Kivi, Harrison, and Monahan. And those are the only deals we made. We did sign a couple more players. If we look at our roster, we did bring in Matt Murray. I think you guys saw that as our backup goalie. We brought in Josh Mahura as well. Where does it show up? We traded for him. Why isn't he not showing up on the trade list then? Oh, it is right here. I just didn't go down far enough. We traded Tyler Dunbar, 20-year-old left defenseman, potential 3 stars, and Justin Lies, 20-year-old, 3 potential 3 stars. So a couple of potential 3-star guys in exchange for Josh Mahura to give us some depth defensively. So we picked up Mahura. We picked up Matt Murray. We signed Mastro Domenko, who was one of our picks last season. He's going to be our 7th defenseman, but very, very good defensively. Can't play offense to save his life, but very strong, very solid defensively, stay-at-home type defenseman. We did sign Matt Roy to I think it was a 4-year, $10 million contract. Not a ridiculous contract. It's movable. Offensively, those are the only deals we made. We did bring in Adam Fantilli. His ratings look really damn good at this point. So those are the deals that we've made to this point. We're under the cap. and we are about ready to go. So I'll sim maybe a week or so, and then I'll, just to kind of see what the first, first week and a half of the season looks like, and then we'll go from there. So it's time to set our lineups. Bastion and Beecher, I think, are going to be our scratches out of the chute. So let's go to tactics and excuse me. Let's clear all our lines. So Swayman, our starter. Murray will be our backup. Our forward line, our top center will be Pierre-Luc Dubois. He will center Pasta and Hall. Marchand on the second line with Arvidsson. Who's going to be that second line center? I don't think it's going to be Bergeron anymore. Is it Fantilli? I don't think he's that good. I think is it Robbie Fabry? Let's try Fabry on that second line as our second line center. Third line center will be Philip Deneau. He'll be out there with Capo Caco. And who's going to be on the left on that line? Well, we know Lysel's going to be on the fourth line. That means Bergeron is the fourth line center. So yeah, Fantilli will be on that top line. We'll switch Fantilli. And then who are we missing? Dubois, Lysel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we have 7 defensemen. That's the problem. We have 7 defensemen dressed. We will dress Beecher and we will undress. Who do we undress for now? I think Cal Foote. Cal Foote looks like he's the worst of the bunch. He might be a trade piece here in the future. I mean, he's pretty good across the board. Mahura's more, offensive. So we've got Lindholm, McAvoy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we only have 5 defensemen. What is this thing saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 6 defensemen. So who am I missing on the forward line? Lauko. Lauko and Lysel being centered by Bergeron, I love, by the way. I just think that's neat. All right, so D pairing, we're going to go McAvoy. McAvoy as the right defenseman. And I think, I don't want to just go heavy with Lindholm and McAvoy, so we'll do that. I think we put Lowry on that top line with McAvoy to sort of protect him a little bit. We do Cal Foote as our second, and then Mahura and Roy as our third D pairing. On the power play, we're going to go McAvoy here and Lowry here. And then we will go Dubois. We'll just do this. Dubois, Pasta, Hall. And then, so we do Caco, Arvidsson, Fabry. Let's put Deneau on our top power play unit. And 13, 16 for Lysel. 10, 15 for Lauko. Let's put Patrice out there. I like the idea of Bergeron. 5-on-3, so then we'll do the same thing defensively. McAvoy, Deneau, Lowry, and then we're going to go Lindholm and McAvoy on that top pairing. Same thing here, Lindholm and McAvoy, and then Roy and Foote as our secondary pairing. Who's our best defensive forward? Arvidsson. 8 checking. No, that's Bergeron still, I'm assuming. Yeah. All right, so Patrice. And then Marchand. Our second D pairing will be I think Deneau and Fabry. And then even strength, 4-on-4, McAvoy. Let's do that the other way. And then we go, I think we go Hall and Pasta out there on the top line. And then the second line can be Dubois and Marchand. And then Foot and Hampus Lindholm. So there are our lines. Oops, Marchand and who? I am missing Dubois. All right. So there are our lines. Let's go ahead and let's sim. We got a couple of days here before the season officially kicks underway for us. But we have a very, very good forward line. And let's, you know what, before we do that, let's go back into tactics. So we have it listed as very offensive. Offense, defense, they're not very tough, but if we do physical, yeah, we'll start with that. I mean, that line should score a ton of goals. Here, offense, not as good defensively. So let's go with the standard default offensive lines. Our third line is good across the board. So let's go with... No, I like that. We'll stick with that. And our fourth line, yeah, not very tough, but offensively minded. So we will go with an offensive style. We're going to score so many goals this year. All right, let's keep going. A lot of players on waivers, but we don't really have room to pick anybody up, so we're not going to deal with it. We got Florida coming up on opening day, and we will go ahead and go into that game. Nope. Okay, here we go. Finally, a highlight. We are shorthanded, so we're going to be, looks like, probably down here early in the first period against the Panthers. Give it away, and they score. Kachuk from Barkov and Ekblad. We scored. They didn't show the highlight. How is that not a key highlight? At any rate, it is 1-1 in the second. Panthers come down, and they get a goal. Esa Lundell from Jeannot and Montour early in period 2. Go to period 3, down 2-1. There's Pasta up ahead to Hall. Hall walks in. Shot, save, shot. Score. Hall from Pasternak and McAvoy ties it at 2 with 6 minutes left in the third. Here comes another opportunity for us. Puck thrown ahead. We have it down low. Shot Bergeron from Lauko, and Roy breaks the tie. A minute and a half later, we take a 3-2 lead. Another opportunity on the power play. Lindholm from the point. Is this going to be just the game showing the final 2 minutes? We're on the power play here with 2 minutes left. Let's get a goal. Yeah, I think this is just going to be the game showing the final minute and a half highlights, which is fine. Puck cleared out. See if we can hold off the Panthers here on opening night. Shot in save. We got a minute left. Another opportunity for the Bruins. Couple of shots. Save made there. Victor Arvidsson. So we're under 40 seconds now. Cleared out by the Panthers. The power play is up. They pull their goalie. But that's going to do it. And we win on opening day by the final score of 3-2. So I don't know who scored the first goal. We'll see in a minute. So we get Marchand. So they just missed our goal altogether. So we had Marchand from Fabry and Roy in the first. Then Kachuk tied it. Lundell gave them the lead. Then we get a power play goal from Hall. Goal from Bergeron with about 5 minutes left. And we walk away with a 3-2 victory. So I'm going to pause here, guys, and I'm going to sim ahead until the end of November. We'll come back, we'll take a look at the team, take a look at the stats, see where we stand, and we will call it an episode. I'll be right back. Hey, guys, we're back. It's December 1st, and we are steamrolling the competition in the Eastern Conference. You can see we have the best record in the East right now, 39 points, 4 points clear of Columbus, 5 of New Jersey. We are 6 points clear of the second best team in our division. It is December 1st. We're 6 weeks into the season, 8 weeks into the season, and I have lost 2 regular season games. We are 17-2-5. Not scoring quite as many goals as we were last year. We're tied for third in the Eastern Conference in goals, but we are by far the best defensive team in the Eastern Conference. Only 56 goals allowed in 24 games. We are a machine as of right now. We have suffered some injuries. Brad Marchand is out for 2 weeks. Cal Foote is out for a bit. And then we also picked up Riley Walsh. Massachusetts kid gets to come home and play for the Bruins. We picked him up for, where is it? Information. Nope. Where is it? We picked him up. I guess I can just go here, right? We can go to Trade Center. We picked up, we traded Jack Studnicka because he was down to 1 star and he just wasn't performing. So Rangers came to us, offered us a 4th-round pick, and I said, sure. You can never have too many assets. So we picked up Riley Walsh for one of the 4 third-round picks we have this season and 23-year-old defenseman Tyson Feist. So Walsh, a pretty solid 25-year-old offensive-minded defenseman, good mental ratings, really good speed, good shot, good passing. A really good offensive-minded forward, so we picked him up. But yeah, we've suffered some injuries. Statistics-wise, Taylor Hall leading us in points, 22 points in 24 games. Marchand leads us in goals, 15 goals in 24 games for the little ball of hate. 4 players in double digits. Capo Caco having a great first season with us. Pasta, 20 points in 24 games. Victor Arvidsson continues to play really well. He was such a good pickup for us. Pierre-Luc Dubois struggling a little bit in terms of points this year compared to last year. Robbie Fabry's doing okay, 15 points in 24 games, a plus 14. Matt Roy, his first year with the Bruins, a plus 15. Really no bad ratings. Patrice Bergeron and Adam Fantilli have been our worst. Patrice, and he's obviously on the downside of his career. He's not very fast, but he's still a very technically sound player. Fantilli's struggling a bit in his he's still only a -1, but the ratings are going to be so good when it's all said and done. So we've been very, very good offensively, very, very good defensively. We lost Jeremy Swayman for a while, so Matt Murray had to take over, and he was electric, 2.29 and a 9.22. But look at Swayman, 10-1-3, 202, and a 9.32. Our goaltending has been outstanding. Let's take a quick look at our report, and we'll call it an episode. So our biggest star, Pasternak, Hampus Lindholm, our best leader, Pasternak, skater, shooter, hardest shot, Patrice, best at faceoff. There's Pasternak again, best stick handler, Lindholm, best checker, Mastro Domenico, best enforcer, best physical. Arvidsson says he's overrated, but he's having a great year, and Robbie Fabry. Oh, I forgot. We also picked up in the offseason Caden Price, who was a first-round pick of the Canadiens back in 2023, so 2 years ago, and they let his rights expire. They just let his rights expire. So we picked up Caden Price. He is, according to our scouts, a potential 5-star offensive finesse-style defenseman. Has some pretty decent ratings now. Still a ways off, but still looks pretty sharp. Fantilli's our top prospect. Emil Vinny, who was our one of our first-round picks a year ago. Our number 2, Thomas Milic. He's probably ready in the next year or two, so looking forward to bringing him up. Lysel Buskowski, who was one of our picks last season. Yeah, 3rd-round pick last year. Buskowski is our number 5 prospect. Good offensive-minded defenseman, a 20 work rate. You love to see that. Beecher struggling. Marshman was our number 1 pick this year. It's coming along. It's coming along nicely for him. Price, Lockmelis was a pick of ours last season. So our minor league system looks pretty okay. Take a look at our team stats. I like how it shows the stats on the team that they're on, which is kind of cool. So anyway, that's kind of where we stand on December 1st. We're right up against the cap, so I don't know that there are any major moves. How's Giuliani doing? He was one of our top prospects. The technical ratings are still not there. It's a slow grind for him. Still have him listed as 4 stars pretty much across the board, but it could be a couple of years before he's ready to go. We're right up against it from a salary cap perspective, literally right up against it. $235,000 below the cap. We got Marchand, Hall, and Fabry all up, as well as Cal Foote all up this season, and we've got about $20 million to spend between the 4 of them. So it's likely that we just let Fabry walk. Cal Foote we may try to deal. Obviously, I'd like to bring Marchand back if we can help it, and then obviously I want to bring back Taylor Hall. So Hall and Marchand are the 2 big ones. The other guys we will see. We certainly don't need any more draft picks. Let's just go to Arizona. If you look at our draft picks this year, we have 2 first-round picks, we have 2 second-round picks, we have 3 third-round picks, we have 5 fourth-round picks this year. Next season, we have 1 first, couple of seconds, couple of thirds, couple of fourths. So we are stacked with draft picks. So, I mean, maybe we can be in a situation where we can trade someone like Fabry and a bunch of draft picks for somebody better than Fabry who doesn't make that much money. I mean, that's something that's coming up. So we will get up to, next episode will be the trade deadline. So we will play up to, where's the deadline? It's here on the 28th. I'll probably play up to like the 21st. And then we'll come back and we'll do that week and we'll see what we can sort out from a trade perspective. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I think this might be the year, and it's perfect timing with FHM coming out. So if we can win it all, we will likely move on, but we will see. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.